with me this morning is Joanne Santos. You are a resident of this extraordinary, lovely town, and
Yes, sir.
your sister's a teacher
Yes.
here. Tell me these last 24 hours. Just take me back to yesterday.
It's a nightmare. It's something that you would never think that happens in our beautiful small community. We're known as Tree City, you know, the honey capital of the world. These are the things that we want to be remembered for, not something tragic like this.
Your sister is a
Special needs teacher.
special needs teacher.
Yes.
Have you talked to her?
Yes.
Tell me about that conversation.
Well, actually, I haven't talked to her. It's been via text message. She's
Yeah.
pretty shaken up. But she is doing well. Her children escaped without harm, and they're just dealing with this tragedy.
How do you process this? It's, you know, some of the folks that I was speaking with earlier this morning were telling me, we just always said, it's not going to happen here. It could never happen here. We're such a tight-knit community, and yet, how do you process this, Joanne?
You don't. You start taking a likens to Columbine, you know, all these other places, Sandy Hook. You don't think that something like that will happen in this small community. It's a nightmare. We're all processing it, you know, waking up this morning, finding out the parents that have finally gotten notice that their children have passed. It's just something unthinkable.
And yet, the unthinkable happened, and it happened right here. I'm just wondering, you know, you have kids?
I have two children. I actually lived a couple of blocks away from here. These are my old stomping grounds. I rode my bike here. You know, I played in the playground. I went to school here. I never in a million years would have imagined that we'd be going through this.
And I'm thinking that because, you know, I'm going to talk to my children about this. And what do you tell your children, Joanna?
Luckily, my 8-year-old was sick yesterday, so she stayed home, but my 5-year-old did go to school. And having to explain to him why he had to hide under his desk for half of the day is very hard. He can't comprehend it. He just said that he was happy that him and his best friend Louis were safe.
Special meeting yesterday with your kids.
Very. They slept with me last night.
How do we go forward? How do we go forward as a parent, right? We have the
Yes.
responsibility with our children.
We have to advocate. We have to have a voice. This is where we as a community need to come together. We need to have a voice. We need to speak. Something has to be done. This cannot happen again. This, like I said, this is not how I wanted my community to be remembered. We are Uvalde, Tree City, you know, the honey capital of the world, not another Columbine or Sandy Hook.
What do you need that voice to say?
Better laws, better gun control, better law enforcement, I guess, maybe at the schools. I really don't know.
Yeah.
There's just so many questions.
I don't either. I'm just so many questions. What are the questions that you're going to be answering to your 5-year-old? Because you know what? He's going to hear about this eventually, and he's going to ask questions. And what do we say to them?
Say that we're trying to keep them as safe as possible. You know, remind them that the police are our friends. If you have a friend that maybe is showing some signs of maybe mental illness or not being happy, you know, talk to somebody. Don't stay quiet. This young man showed signs and nobody did anything.
Joanne Santos, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's an extraordinary community here.
Yes, it's a beautiful community.
It really is. Filled with honey and filled with love.
Yes.
We just need to have strength in these so difficult moments.
Yes.
Joanne, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Te lo agradezco mucho.